Hi everyone, I'm James from Jamcom IT Consults. Good to see you again, and today's task we are going to write some code using C#. I received a question. Someone wanted us to try and develop the Windows calculator using C#. If you also have a question, feel free to log on to our website jamkom, that is jamcom.com, and contact us and send us a question. We might be able to tackle the question right here. Before I go very far, I would like to pull up the Windows calculator, show you how it looks like. This is how it looks like, and our first task will be creating these controls, putting them onto our form, and then be able to click a button here. When you click the button, you should be able to send the digit onto this other control, which could be a label or a text box. So let's go ahead and get our controls. You double click, I'll double click a button, and then it comes up here. I need to change it and its size, and then some properties. Maybe I need to change its text property right here and make it 1. Then copy the same button and paste it several times. Copy this and paste. Change the property to 2, paste again, put it somewhere there, change the property to 3. So I'm going to copy these and paste them several times, and then create the other controls as well. Welcome back. I managed to create all these controls of the camera. Now our main task will be to create the commands that will help execute the different tasks each button is supposed to. When you double click a button in C#, it depends with the click event handler, where you put code for a click just during runtime when user clicks, how the button should behave. So I've double clicked this button now. It will give us the click event handler. Here it is now. So button 1, what do we want to do? We want to get label1.text. label1.text should be equal to label1.text concatenate with button1.text. Terminate this. So what we are basically doing here is we are looking at whatever is in label 1, which is this one here. Actually, I needed to change this and remove whatever is in there. So if there is a 2 in here and I click a 1, it should get a 2 and then concatenate it with 1, so that I can get 21 or 21. This is not addition, that's concatenation, because these are still strings. I'll do the same for button 2. Let me first copy this code here, then I come back and double click button 2, paste the same code. I need to change this to button 2 because this is click event for button 2. I'll now run our calculator and see how it behaves. Here we are right now. When we click 1, the 1 is thrown there. When you click 2, it's thrown there. 2 1 2 1. So we are able to concatenate or get whatever is in label 1, and then when you click 2, it adds it, not adding, but it concatenates, because addition is different. 2 and 2, when you concatenate you get 22, but when you add 2 and 2 you get 4. These buttons are not yet working because we don't have any code behind them. So our next task is to add code behind all these buttons here. In programming, there are several ways of doing the same thing. For example, instead of using this piece of code here, I could have maybe said label1.text plus equals text box not text box, but button 1 dot text. Then I terminate this. This piece of code here, you see, does the same work as this. In programming, you need to use as little code as possible to avoid confusion. So I'll delete this because it's longer. However, we could even do one better than this. We declare a button right there. We call it a button numbers is equal to a button, and it looks at the sender of the instruction. Then we terminate this. Now instead of creating code behind each and every button, we could just copy the click event of button 1, because for it will be looking at the send of any button. Let me first leave this. I'll explain it later on, but we don't need this. As it is now, we want to get the click event of button 1 and copy it behind all the other buttons. All we do in that case is we come here, come to button 2, we come to events, we get the click event, and we select button 1 because it's the only one now with the click event. Some code we add behind the click event. Then we get the same and then put it there. I'll do the same for all these. I went ahead and gave all these buttons the click event of button 1. Now let me run the application and see how it behaves. So when I click now, when I click 1, when I click 2, they all bring the same number, that is 1 1, because they are using the click event of button 1. What I needed to do is to change, instead of picking button 1 here, instead of button 1, I'll say I'll use the button I just declared there, numbers dot text. This should do the magic. So now if I run the calculator, so when I have a 9, 6, 5, 4, all these are working. 0 I've not yet done the same for 0. I'll come and do that. So I come here and then change the click event of button 0 to pick button 1. Alright, maybe let me change the alignment of this so that we have the numbers aligned to the right. I will select it, come to properties, and then come to text align and pick this one here, that is middle right. Now if you run it, take some time, thinks about it. Okay, here it is. Now we are well aligned. So far looks good. Now our main task is to get these ones here and start making the calculations using the operators. But before that, I need to look at these two buttons. Let me first look at the decimal button. Now with the decimal button, it's almost similar to the other buttons, but so what I need to do is to say level 1 dot text plus equals button 10 dot text. But the problem with this is that when I click the decimal point, for example, I have 9 and 6, I click decimal point. Yes, I have a decimal point right there. However, I can include another decimal point, which means I can include as many decimal points as I want. I need to restrict that so that